U.S. stocks falling for the second consecutive trading day as some top technology and financial companies delivered a bleak outlook for their future. Courtney Donohoe is at the New York Stock Exchange with a recap. Courtney, a lot having to do with Adobe today.
Exactly. Well, we saw a little bit of pressure on stocks today. A few reasons behind the drop. Well, first I want to talk about Deutsche Bank cutting third quarter estimates from Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. Deutsche saying capital markets in the third quarter were mostly weak across the board. They expect another weak quarter at Goldman because of poor conditions in trading and also soft investment banking. And Morgan Stanley may see the same because of trading results and muted revenues from investment banking, asset management, and wealth management. Financials, they were the worst performing group today. Well, also tech struggling, as you said, Adobe forecasting sales that trailed estimates. Company's new Creative Suite 5 not driving as much growth as analysts expected. In schools, they're not paying for as many copies of the product, which includes Photoshop and Illustrator. Also, the economy in Japan, that's definitely hurting sales. Japan's typically Adobe's biggest market.
Now, Courtney, another factor that put pressure on U.S. equities, a report on home prices. What did we see?
Yeah, well, home prices dropping 3.3% in July, eighth consecutive decline. Foreclosures, they're flooding the market. That's weighing on prices, and the time it takes to clear the market of homes for sale was 12.5% in July. That's the highest in more than a decade of data. Well, the biggest price loss was in the region that includes Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. And as Tom Tucci of RBC says, that puts another feather in the cap of the possibility of quantitative easing, that the Fed will put more cash into the system. 11 of the 12 members in the S&P Home Building Index lower today, Pimm.
Now, Courtney, KFC making some billboards, but they are in very, unconventional places. You got to go to the desert, I think, right?
Exactly. Well, KFC, they're out recruiting female college students to wear sweatpants that say double down in the rear. I'm not kidding about this one. They're paying them $500 a day to do it. Well, KFC hopes this gets students to try the double down sandwich. Well, in case you're not familiar with the double down, it's quite yummy. It's got bacon and cheese between two chicken buns instead of bread. Anything's better with bacon on it. Well, KFC owner Yum Brand says this year's launch was its most successful debut of a sandwich ever. And the AP says women wearing the double down pants will be handing out KFC gift certificates to their target customer that they're going after. That's definitely young men. And many boys out there, they're going to be very excited to look for this and at this. I wonder what the Colonel's thinking, Pimm. Is he turning in his grave?
Double down pants.
Exactly.
You cannot make this stuff up. I want to thank you very much, Courtney Donohoe, reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.